Ow. Alrighty, here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Overdogs franchise rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball 4. We're in year number 3 here in control of the Dogs, and we've entered the last quarter of the regular season. Last episode, we tried to keep our hot run of form going, and unfortunately, we got slapped in the face by the Nemesis, who beat the crap out of us 13-3, giving them the season series victories. They take 2 of the 3 games we played against them. Trox Smith got lit up, our offense did basically nothing, and our bullpen got ripped to tatters as well, as we do lose Horace Heimlich to a line drive to the face. Today's episode, we're taking on the Crocodons. We're currently in the division lead by half a game, so this is a battle for first place in the division. On the mound for them is going to be Winnie Noel, the former Freebooters ace, 1-1 with a 2.51 ERA, 105 whip, and a Tier 2 workhorse trait to boot. And on the mound for us, well, that's going to be decided right now. It's not Deshaun Levon. We all came to a consensus that he was not going to be the pick here to start, especially since we're still competing for a playoff spot. So, we checked out, I left it up to you guys last episode to tell me who I should bring in to help fix this rotation for this final start. And we all agreed that Warren Yount would not be the choice as well because he's still over his price point, and by how badly he's pitched this year, he doesn't deserve the opportunity. And instead, we have decided it was down to Rockman and High-Eye, and everyone came to the consensus that Rockman would be the better pick to start with the aging left-handed veteran, who we could also still replace before the playoffs if someone else came out. Plus, he's almost basically at his price point, so we're not overpaying him vastly. So if we're bringing in Rockman here to replace Deshaun Levon, that's a first move here today. That takes away $4 million from our budget. But we now have a chemistry issue. As you see, Scarley has dipped below down to Tier 2, and we need to get it back up to Tier 3. So we knew this was going to be a two-part move. The question is who was going to be the victim of that move. And unfortunately, we did talk about this at length and came to the consensus that the option that we have to go with is actually going to be Jacob Marshmallow, the long reliever. He is going to be returning to the team to be in the bullpen to help us out thanks to the injury, and he will be replacing Huck and Duck on the roster. As Huck's chemistry, losing him, it doesn't affect chemistry very much, and with how poorly he's pitched as well this year, Marshmallow's no worse than he has been. So it's an even trade, crap for crap, other than losing a power bat off the bench. That's basically all we're losing with Huck. I do like Huck better than Marshmallow, but I understand why this move needs to be made. Marshmallow gives us a little bit more value here, and it's only going to cost us $500,000. So we still have over $20 million in the budget. Instead of 24.9, I believe, we're now at 20.2. So, yeah, we did our jobs. Kept the budget above $20 million, so we'll still be getting a lot of good development funds moving forward here for this final quarter of the season. Those are the 2 roster moves we are going to make, and as you see now, Joffrey Rockman will be the starter for today's game. He's 0-1 with a 14.40 ERA and a 3 whip. He did not have a great year with the Moose. Let's take a quick look at Rockman's stats here on the season. He's actually been with the Grass Eaters the last 2 seasons. He starts on the Moose. He had a really good first year, only starting in 2 games, though, so they cut him at the roster halfway mark, despite being probably their best pitcher in that starting rotation. They then went to he went to the Grass Eaters in year 2. He stayed the entire season, pitched really, really well, and then he made 2 starts this year before getting cut. So he's been cut since the halfway mark. He's only thrown 5 innings this season. Wow. Talk about falling off a cliff compared to the 27 the year before. And we know Marshmallow's stats. He's been on the team, so he hasn't pitched for anyone else besides us this year. So battle for the division lead will be going down today, and here is the starting lineup for today's game. Leading off is going to be Elroy Action here at second base, locked in, followed by Joe Trunk at first. Hackliner's locked in at third base. Carlton Starr is at shortstop. Track Statsman's in right. Rory Crowds is in left. Yoink Sachs is tense in center field, but he's also juiced, so that's great. Ned Sportsman, the catcher, is batting 8th, the rookie back in after taking last game off, and Joffrey Rockman will be on the mound. Lineup for the Crocodons, leading off in left field, will be Slapper Glute. Batting second, locked in at second base, is Andre Candela. Batting third, locked in at first base, Leanne Drive. Batting fourth is the two-way player, the Phenom, Norm Phenomeno. Batting fifth, rookie third baseman Brash Weeby. Batting sixth, center fielder Gordon Fruitwell. Batting seventh in right field, former Blowfish bench player Pumper Lumpkins. He's in right field today. Starting over Winkleson, who was the hero the first time we played the Crocodons this year. Batting eighth, locked-in catcher Evan Shukoff, and batting ninth is pitcher Winnie Noel. Let's jump into it and have some fun as we head out to the Motor Yard. So yeah, flashback to when we played the Crocodons the first time this year. We were up 1-0 heading into the 8th inning. Heading into the bottom of the 9th, actually, Werner Bergenberg was en route for a complete game. He then gave off a leadoff double. I believe it was to the pitcher, which was Maurice Brick. They then had another double follow that. I think that was Vortex who drove him in. And then Drew Winkleson, the rookie, hit her first career home run to walk off the game. Or no, she hit a home run to tie the game at 1. Then it was a double to Brick, and then it was a walk-off double after that. And the double was hit by the shortstop, which was Hans Slaperio. Yeah, that was a frustrating sequence of events. Slapper Glute leading off in left field today, former Heaters outfielder, batting .286 with a homer, 6 RBIs. We looked at Rockman's stats, so we don't need to refresh you with those. Let's see if he can have a better start than his first 2. Heater down and in, ball 1. Change it down and away. Chop back to Rockman, who bungles it. It ricochets to Action, who bare hands and gets the out at first. Way to back him up, Elroy. Next up, second baseman Andre Candela. He is locked in, hitting .258 with a homer and 5 RBIs on the year. Two-seamer up and away, and the first pitch is high, ball 1. Heater down and in, inside, 2-0. Slider will stay outside from Rockman this time, 3-0. Heater up and in, taking all the way is Andre, 3-1. Change up and away is foul back. He just missed that one. Full count. Two-seamer down and in, lined over shortstop as Starr lunges for it, but it's out of his reach as it rolls all the way to the left center gap. Sachs tracks it down and gets it in, but it is going to be a one-out double for Andre. Next up, Leanne Dry, first baseman locked in. Hitting with Tier 2 Mind Gamer. She's hitting .300 on the year with a homer and 4 RBIs. See how we're going to play this here. First pitch changeup away is blasted deep left of center, carrying well. Sachs on the run at the wall, leaping. It's just out of his reach into the plant area there, left of the batter's eye. It's a home run for Leanne Drive. 2-run bomb, her second of the year, and that makes it 2-0 Crocs as they've already matched their run total from the first time we played them this season. Phenom Norm Phenomeno up next at shortstop today. Two-way player hitting .270 with an RBI in the year as Rockman is immediately tense. Two-seamer up and away is high, 1-0. Heater down, chop to third, and it's under Liner's glove past him into left field as he didn't react fast enough to get that one. Showing off some of that limited range over there. Here's rookie third baseman Brash Weeby, 19-year-old, is hitting .275 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. First pitch slider down and in is a strike called, 0-1. Two-seamer up and away, taken high, 1-1. Heater up and in is chased and pulled foul by Weeby, 1-2. Change it down and away. Chased it and pulled it foul, though. Count stays at 1-2. Horseman down and in. Broken bat. He pulls it foul as he's going to get some new lumber. Slider down and away. Chase, chopper to first. Slow roll the trunk charges. Throw to second. 1. Star back to first. Not in time to get Weeby. Fielder's choice. 2 down now for Fruitwell. Gordon in center field today. Hitting .244 with a homer and 3 RBIs. Heater up and away in the first pitch. He was ready for it, but fouls it off late. 0-1. Two-seamer down and away. Check, just low. 1-1. Pitch 20 here in the first inning for Rockman. Slider up and in. Rope to right field. Statsman's going to watch that bounce as he cuts it off. It'll be a 2-out single, and the inning will continue as they get to the 7-hitter. It's Pumper Lumpkins, the right fielder. Tier 3 contact for his left-hander active here. He also has Tier 2 easy target working against him, boosting Rockman's accuracy. He's hitting .200 on the year with a homer, 4 RBIs. Lumpkins is not known for his offense as he's a bench player from the Blowfish, but he is known for his great flexibility in the outfield and also at first base defensively. Heater down and in, check strike called, 0-1. Slider down and away off the plate in the dirt, 1-1. Two-seamer up and away. Lumpkins lines it deep to right field, hit well. Statsman back, makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Home run, though, for Leanne Drive gets the game started on the right foot for the Crocs as they're up 2-0, already matching their run total from the first time we played them. Bottom one, Action Trunken Liner coming up against Winnie Noel, the ace. Or actually, she's their number 4, that's right. She used to be the Freebooters ace. Hey, look, at least we're not playing Maurice Brick again for the 4th straight time. Last 3 times we played the Crocs, Maurice was the starter. Noelle on the mound. She's having a great year so far. 1-1 with a 2.51 ERA and a 1.05 whip. She's given up 4 runs in her 2 starts, 14 in the 3rd innings, 13 hits, 2 walks, 12 strikeouts, a homer, and a batting average against a 236. Tier 2 fastball hitter, Tier 2 first pitch slayer awaits her. And she'll drop a heater low to Action, ball 1. Slider away, hit back to Noelle, who fields it cleanly. Throw to first, 1 down. Now to bring up Joe Trunk, first baseman hitting .356 with a homer and 5 RBIs. Heater up and in is a strike called, 0-1. Change up middle in, pulled down the left field line, hooking foul on the run. Glute, he'll get there, 2 down. And here's Hack Liner, third baseman locked in as he continues to hit hot. Batting .481 on the year, he hit another homer last episode. He's up to 5 now and has 15 RBIs, which I believe leads the team. Heater low from Noelle, misses, ball 1. Heater away is skied off the end of the bat as he chased it, and right at Fruitwell in center, and he drops it. That's going to be an E8 as a normally sure-handed center fielder drops a routine fly ball. Let's see if we can capitalize on the error. Here's Carlton Starr with Tier 2 first pitch Slayer. He's hitting .423 with a homer and 10 RBIs. First pitch outside on the two-seamer, ball 1. Outside on the changeup, 2-0. Noelle down to a B+. She starts as an A- here in the series, so she's no longer qualified as an ace, which is why that wasn't active on Liner. I didn't notice that until now. 2-0 pitch. Heater up and in is called strike, 2-1. Bad pitch to Chase out of the zone on that two-seamer, 2-2. Changeup pulled foul by Carlton, out of play, 2-2. Slider at the knees, hit well by Carlton, the right center field. Fruitwell tracking it. He'll call off Pumper and put it away to end the inning. This time Fruitwell does make the catch. He made an error before that, but we don't capitalize. It's 2-0 to the second. Shukov, Noelle, and Glute coming up. Here's Evan Shukov, the catcher, batting 8th today. Locked in, hitting .222 with first pitch Slayer, Tier 2. 1 homer, 3 RBIs. First pitch slider away from Rockman, out of the zone, 1-0. Heater away, chased by Chukov, 1-1. He's even down and in, strike called, 1-2. Change up and away. High, 2-2. Where's him up and in? Line deep to center field, hit pretty well. Sacks on the run, running out of room at the wall. Leaping out of his reach again. It's another home run. This time it's Evan Chukov, the catcher, who is not known for his offensive prowess. The defensive specialist goes yard. His second homer of the year. 3-0 Crocodons in the second. And here's Winnie Noel, the pitcher, who's respectably hitting .400 on the year. Heater up, fouled off on the first one, 0-1. Rockman not having a good start. Two-seamer away, fouled off, 0-2. Slider down and in. Loop, shallow center. Starr lays out for it, makes a nice diving catch in center. Good play, Carlton. 1 down for Slapper Glute. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to the second baseman his first time up as he blows that heater by him. 0-1 down and away. Little Hack activates a Tier 2 here for Slapper. Heater up and in, line to center, right at Yoink. He doesn't even have to move. 2 down. Candela up next. He doubled his first at bat and then scored on the home run in the first inning. He's 1 for 1. Bless you, Joffrey. Change him up and away in the first pitch. Strike call, 0-1. Heater down and in. Lined off of Rockman's glove. It ricochets up the middle. Starr ranges over. Bare hands, but Candela's very quick. That was going to be an easy infield single. And here's Drive. 2-run homer, her first at bat. Forcing her down and away, just low, 1-0. Pickoff attempt, and they got Candela going to second. They guessed right on the steal attempt. Action will tag him out, and that will end the inning. Good pitch, good thinking there by Rockman to throw over. But another home run on the board for the Crocs. It's Chukov going yard this time. 3-0 bottom 2. Statsman, crowds, and sacks coming up for the Dogs. Statsman leading off, right fielder hitting .250 on the year with a homer, 4 RBIs. Slider down in the way, strike called, 0-1. Changeup misses off the inside corner this time, 1-1. Heater up and in, line to right center field, and that is going to get down and roll all the way to the fence out there. Extra bases here for Statsman. Fruitwell tracks it down, and he's thinking 3. Here's the relay throw from the Phenom. It is not in time. It's a leadoff triple for Statsman. Good hustle there out of the box from the right fielder, and that will bring up Rory Crowds. Left fielder hitting .333 on the year with 3 homers, 5 RBIs. He has tier 2 inside pitch as well. First pitch slider drifts outside from Noel. Ball 1. Outside on the heater, 2-0. Change up and way pulled on the ground to short, and that will get Statsman home. It's an RBI ground out for Crowds. 1-0. Dogs on the board. It is 3-1. 1 gone. Nobody on base here for Yoink Sacks. Center fielder is tense, but also juiced. Hitting .268 on the year. Outside heater misses. Ball 1. Up and in fastball pulled, or changeup pulled foul. 1-1. Heater down, foul back again, 1-2. And chased it outside, strike 3. First punch out on the year, on the day for Noel. 2 down for rookie catcher Ned Sportsman. Tier 2 first pitch slayer, tier 3 bunter, hitting .371 with 3 RBIs on the year. Change up, strike call, 0-1. Change it down, chop back to Noel, who knocks it down, picks it up and fires, and that ends the inning. Good reactions there on the mound, but we do get a run home with a ground out from Crowds after a leadoff triple from Statsman. 3-1 to the third. Drive, Phenomeno, and Weeby coming up. Hard lineup here for the Crocs. Here's Leanne drives. Her bat resets after Candela was picked off last inning. Drive, of course, homered in the first inning. Two-seamer at the knees on the first pitch. Lined hard up the middle, and that's a base knock. Drive 2 for 2 today. With him juiced, if Sachs throws out a runner from center field at first base, I'm going to laugh. That's going to be funny. Phenomeno up 1 for 1 with a single. Four-seamer down and in, just low. 1-0. Change up and away. Fooled him out in front of it, 1-1. Slider down and away. Just outside. Actually, just low, 2-1. Four-seamer down in the way, fouls it off late, 2-2. Two-seamer up and in, high, 3-2. Here inside, pulled foul out of play, count full. Change up and away. Blooper to right center field, and that's going to split the fielders. Gets past the diving Statsman, unfortunately. And Sachs, of course, can't cut it off. Drive around third. She's going to try and score. Throw home on the relay. Not in time. It's 4-1. RBI single for Norm. That is probably the slowest rolling RBI single you'll ever see out there in the outfield. Weeby up next, 0 for 1. Trying to keep the rally going here. Nobody out. Heater down, and that's chopped at the middle. A seeing eye single in the center. And that's 3 straight hits to start the inning for the Crocs. 1 run already home. Here's Fruitwell, 1 for 1 with a single. Two-seamer down and in, taken low, 1-0. Fruitwell tense after an error he made in the first inning. Dropped an easy fly ball. Heater away, he'll bunt. Rockman off the mound, fields it, throw to first. In time, the sacrifice works. 1 down for Lumpkins, who's 0 for 1. He lined out to right field his first at bat as we move the infield in. Got to keep it a 3-run game here. Two-seamer up and in on the first one, high, 1-0. Heater up and in, that's a strike, 1-1. Slider down and in. Lined over first, third, and that's going to be a fair ball down the line. Into the corner it goes. It's going to be a 2-run double for Lumpkins. It is now 6-1 Crocodons. Here's Chukov. Solo homer his first at bat, and Rockman now rattled. Two-seamer down, line to second. Leaping his action to make the catch. 2 down. Way to keep that one in the infield, Elroy. Back to Noel, who's 0 for 1. Slider at the knees on the first pitch, lined at the middle. That's a base hit into center field. Sachs was ready, and they were not running on him. Runners at the corners. 2 down now for the top of the lineup. Here's Glue, who's 0 for 2. Slider down. Low, 1-0. Heater up and away. Blasted deep to right field by Glute. Statsman looks up at the big wall back there, and it is gone right in the first row as that one's going to go sleep with the fishes. Home run for Glute, and it's broken open here. It is now 9-1 in the third inning. Second homer of the year for Glute. Here's Candela, 2 for 2 with a double and a single. 2-seamer down and in on the first pitch, lined up the middle, another base hit. Leadoff man on for drive as they bat it around. She's on fire now. Single to start the inning. 4-seamer down, strike called, 0-1. Change up. Drive lines at the right field. Statsman over. It hangs up for him, and that ends the inning. But 6 home for the Crocs as they send 10 men to the plate. It is now 9-1 as they've broken it open in the third. Rockman leads off here in the third. We're pinch hitting for him. Action and Trunk. Well, as we can see, Rockman was a mistake to sign. He was definitely not the right choice. Scroll through all my options here before I make a decision. It's going to be Raffy slaps. Third baseman hitless on the air. Heater away, strike called from Noel, who's locked in. Sign stealer activated there, told me a heater, inside, 1-1, another one. Heater up, late swing, 1-2. Change it down, chop to third, slow roller for Weeby, he'll throw to first, 1 down. Next up, action, he's 0 for 1 today, but still locked in. Slider down and in, low and inside, 1-0. Action grounded back to the pitcher his first time up as that one's low and away, 2-0. Heater up, chopped hard at the middle, past the diving Norman to center field. 1 out single for action as the speedster's on with 1 down. Joe Trunk up next, he's 0 for 1. Slider up and in, taken high, 1-0. Middle in heater, whiff through it, 1-1. Hang and change, pulled foul, 1-2. Heater up and in, hit hard at the middle. Norm dives at the middle to make the stop. He'll have to go to first with it in time to get Joe Trunk. 2 down. Action at second for Liner, who's 0 for 1. He reached on an error his first time up, as Fruitwell dropped an easy fly that was right at him. Heater outside, ball 1. Heater up, hard liner into right center field past Candela on the dive, and that's extra bases as it rolls to the warning track. Fruitwell tracks it down right before the wall. Liner's in with an RBI double. It is 9-2. Star up next with RBI hero and first pitch slayer. He's 0 for 1. Heater down and in, pulled foul in the first one, 0-1. Change it down, pulled foul, 0-2. Slider middle in, lined at the middle. Candela's there, though, to Spirit, and that ends the inning. We do get a run home on the double by Liner as he brings home action. It is now 9-2. We are down 7. Coming out of the bullpen, long reliever Jacob Marshmallow, who was just signed before the game. We're down 7. Might as well not waste a good arm here. Phenomenal, Weeby, and Fruitwell coming up. Here's Phenomenal, 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI today. Marshmallow on the year has made 1 appearance. He gave up 2 runs in 2 innings. 9 ERA at 3 whip, and that was against the Nemesis earlier in the season. 5 hits surrendered, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Batting average against currently 500. First pitch heater at the knees to Norm, 0-1. Forkball down and in. Off the plate low, 1-1. If you're going to throw that forkball, make sure you get it out of the zone here. It's a very hittable pitch. Slider down in the way, chop to third, right at Liner. Easy throw across for him, 1 down. Next up is Weeby, rookie 1 for 2 with a single. Heater up and away is fouled off out of play, 0-1. Change it down and in. Rip foul, 0-2. Slider down and away. Low, 1-2. Heater up and in. Popped it up, foul by third. Liner over. Lays out and he just missed it, 1-2. Probably could have run that down, honestly. Curveball down and in. Chopper to first. Trunk is there. Takes it himself, 2 down. And here's Fruitwell, 1 for 1 with a single. Still tense. Sacrifice bunt last him up for Gordon as he fouls that one off. 0-1. Change it down in the way, 1-1. Curveball down and in. Check, 2-1. Slide up and in. Check. That's a strike this time, though. 2-2. Work ball down in the way. Line to third. Liner is there to Spirit, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 for Jacob. There you go, Marshmallow. Bottom 4. We're still down 7. Statsman, Crowds, and Sacks coming up. Here's Statsman. 1-for-1 with the triple. Change up and in. Strike called. 0-1. Just hit the corner there. This one stays a little inside off the high corner. 1-1. Middle in heater, and Statsman's late on it as it jams him. He'll pop it up behind shortstop. Norm, easy call for him. 1 down. Next up is Rory Crowds. RBI ground out his first time up. He's 0-for-1. Heater down in the way. That's a strike. 0-1. Heater in the way. Chased it. 0-2. Heater away. Lined at the middle. Diving Candela to his right to make the stop. Throw to first. In time. 2 down. Next up, Yoink Sacks. He's 0-for-1 today. Well inside on that changeup. 1-0. Heater down and in, whiff through at 1-1. Heater away, foul back, 1-2. Chased it down and in, dribbler to third. This is going to be a tough play. Weeby bare hands, throw across, not in time. Oh, it is in time. He just got the speedy Sacks. Wow. 1-2-3 inning for the Dogs. Top 5, it's 9-2. Lumpkins, Chukov, and Noel. It's the bottom of the lineup for the Crocs, which has done a lot of damage today. Lumpkins up first, 2-run double last at bat. He's also lined out today. Facing a right-hander, so his hitting stats return to normal. Heater down in the way, strike called, 0-1, and his easy target's helping Jacob with his minimal accuracy. Curveball down and in there, 0-2. Forkball down in the way. Ooh, just outside. Just low, actually, 1-2. Heater up and away, outside, 2-2. Slider up and in, misses 3-2. Lumpkins has not taken the bat off his shoulder yet. Change it down and in. Fouled it off. He'll stay alive. Count full. Heater up and away. Chop foul. Sportsman bungles it. Thankfully it was foul. Full count. Ball down. Chop to third. Liner cuts it off to his left. Throw to first. 1 down. Chukov up next. Solo homer last at bat. He's 1-for-2 today. First pitch, Heater down in the way, low, 1-0. Heater down in the way, low, 2-0. Change up inside, will miss, 3-0. Slider up and away, Chukov taking, 3-1. Curveball down and in. Hit up the middle to second, backhanded by Action to his right. Throw to first, 2 down. Marshmallow locked in now as he's retired the first 5 batters to face him. Here's Noel, 1-for-2 with the single. First pitch curveball down. Strike called at the knees. Heater up and away. Noel fouls it back, 0-2. Change it down and in. She gone out in front of it. First punch out for Marshmallow. 6-for-6 retired from him. Bottom 5, it's 9-2. Sportsman, Marshmallow, and Action coming up. There's Sportsman. He's 0-for-1 today. Ricky grounded out to the pitcher his first at bat. First pitch, Heater on the outside corner, 0-1. Heater up and in, lined over Noel's head into center field as that almost took her with it. Lead off single for Ned. He's 1-for-2. Jacob up next. He is locked in. Oh, I forgot he has this batting animation. I love this. Doing his best Henry Rowengartner impersonation. Here's Marshmallow. Locked in, batting 1,000 on the year. He's 1-for-1. Infield in, playing the bunt. We're down 7. I'm not bunting. I have to swing. Heater up, lead swing, 0-1. If we were down like 2 or 3, sure, I'll bunt. We're down 7. I need to swing. Chased it high, 0-2. Chased it up out of the zone. Pop up, shallow second base. Caught by Candela for the first out. Next up, Action, 1-for-2 with a single. First pitch, Heater hit up the middle, past the diving Candela into center field. Left that one at the top of the zone, had to take that one. 2 on, 1 down for Joe Trunk. He's 0-for-2, trying to bring him home. Get us back in this game a little bit. First pitch, Heater outside from Noel, ball 1. Slider down on the way off the plate, 2-0. Noel's stamina still sitting in a good place at about 60%. Hasn't even hit the 60 pitch mark yet. Change up high, it's 3-0. Taking all the way, change up in there at the letters, 3-1. Slider up, that's a good pitch, 3-2 is looking heater. Heater up and in, hard hit at the middle, diving Phenomeno up the middle. He'll have to go to first, 2 down. Second and third now for Liner. RBI double last at bat, he's on fire. Can Hack come through here in a 2-out situation? First pitch change up on the inside corner, 0-1. Ah, I chased it like a dumb fuck. Pop out to second, and that ends the inning. That was our best chance to score. Top 6, it's 9-2. Glute, Candela, and Drive coming up. Here's Glute. 3 RBIs today. He had a big 3-run homer last at bat. He just got it over the monster there in right field as he put it in the first row of seats. Heater away, lined on the line to left center field. Crowds lays out and makes a nice diving catch. Attaboy Rory. Next up, Candela, 3 for 3 with a double and 2 singles. Marshmallow looked feeling good. Curveball in the first pitch, pulled foul out of play by Andre, 0-1. Slider up and away. Fouled off out of play, 0-2. Heater up and in. High, 1-2, he didn't chase it. Forkball down and away. Chased that one, fouled it off, up 1-2. Change it down. Chased it, slow roller to short. Star charges, bare hands and fires. Got him, 2 down. Here's Leanne Drive, 2 for 3. She has a solo homer and a 2-run homer and a single. Locked in. Flew out to right field last at bat. Or lined out, I should say. First pitch slider away from Marshmallow off the plate, 1-0. Heater down. Ripped foul out of play, 1-1. Ball away. Check strike called at the knees. 1-2. Fooled her on that one. Slider up and in. Inside. 2-2. Pitch 40 from Marshmallow. Heater up and away. Fooled her. Blew it by her. Second punch out from Marshmallow. He is a perfect 9 for 9 out of the bullpen. Bottom 6. It's 9-2. Star, Statsman, and Crowds coming up. Great relief work here from Marshmallow today. 3 scoreless innings. I did not have that on my bingo card today. Let me know if you did. Here's Star, 0 for 2. Heater up and in, ball 1. Heater down, lined at the middle, and Star's on board with his first hit today. He's 1 for 3. Leadoff man on in the 6th for the Dogs. We need to get something going in a hurry. Here's Statsman, 1 for 2 with the triple. Popped out to short last time up. Change of outside, misses, ball 1. Heater down, chased it, fouled back, 1-1. Heater away, pulled by Statsman deep to right field, carrying, but it's going to die at the warning track. Lumpkins puts it away, 1 down, just in front of the big wall. Pulled early off of that one. Mixed up Crowds, 0 for 2 with an RBI ground out, and I believe he grounded out last time up as well. Heater away, strike called, 0-1. Slider middle in, missed it, popped it up right at the shortstop. Norm in front of second base, 2 down. And here's Yoink, he's 0 for 2 and 10ths. Grounded out to third last at bat, change up low, ball 1. Well high on that change up, 2-0 count. Heater away, line at the middle, base hit for Yoink as he's got on the board now. He's 1 for 3. Runner will go to third, it's runners at the corners now, 2 down. Coming up is rookie catcher Ned Sportsman, 1 for 2 with a single last at bat. Chase the first pitch well in the dirt, and Noel's going to get out of the jam. Yep. Top 7, it's 9-2. Phenomeno, Weeby, and Fruitwell do up. Jacob, I think you're done here, buddy. 3 scoreless innings. Maybe I can push a 4th out of you. You think I could? You are due up first next inning. I think he gives up a base runner. We take him out. Forkball down and away in the first pitch. Chopped right at Joe Trunk. He'll take it himself. 1 down. Next up, Weeby, 1 for 3 with a single. Slider down and in. That's a strike. 0-1. Heater up and away. Weeby lines it into center field. Sacks coming on. Makes the catch as it hangs up. 2 down. Here's Fruitwell. 1 for 2 with a single. He's tense. Curveball down and away in the first pitch. Just low. Ball 1. Forkball down and in. Popped him up in front of the plate. Sportsman out of the crouch. Under it. Calling for it. A 1-2-3 inning for Jacob Marshmallow. 12 batters faced, 12 batters retired. 4 scoreless innings for Jacob today. He's due to lead off. We will pinch hit for him. Then it's Action and Trunk. There's Jacob. He's 0 for 1 today with a pop out. Pinch hitting off the bench here. We're going to hand it off to... we'll go to backup outfielder Javier Cortez. Sitting 231 on the year. Right there on the heater, 0-1. Slider put in, ripped by Cortez to the right center gap, and that's going to get down for extra bases as it rolls to the fence. Lumpkin's tracking it down out there. Javier on with a pinch hit leadoff double. There you go, Cortez. Elroy up next. He's on fire. 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Heater middle in, just hit the corner. That's a great placement pitch there. Nothing I can do with that one. Changeup hung, ripped foul by Elroy, 0-2. Heater up and in, driven deep to left field, but he got under it. Glute there, 1 down. Here's Joe, he's 0 for 3 today. Changeup well inside, 1-0. Outside, off the catcher's glove, but Chukov's got a cannon. We ain't running on him, I'm not that dumb. 2-0. Hanging changeup and you pop it up foul. Joe Trunk 0 for 4 today as Chukov puts it away. 2 down for Liner. 1 for 3 with an RBI double earlier. Changeup out of the zone away. 1-0. Noel starting to tire. Up over 80 pitches now. Chased the changeup down and in. Pulled foul. 1-1. Heater middle in. Turned on by Liner. Deep to left center field. They got lift off. That one's going out to the doghouse. As that's a home run for Hack Liner. So I believe that's his 3rd straight game with a home run as well. His 6th of the year. And it is now 9-4 as we've cut the lead down to 5. And Liner increases his leading RBI total to 18 here on the team. Here's Carlton, 1 for 3 with a single. That also ruins Noel's quality start as she's given up 4 earned runs here. Heater away, called a strike, 0-1. Heater away, broken bat pop up behind short, tough play, but Norm able to run it down with an over the shoulder catch to put it away. Cortez, I'm going to leave you off. Could double switch here for Joe Trunk, honestly. I think I will, honestly, because he has done nothing for us today. We're going to go ahead and hand it off here to rookie Alan Sims as he'll come out of the bullpen. Joe Trunk will exit. Right now, Cortez is at first base. We'll see if I want to keep him there or bring in Lewis Rhodes. There's Lumpkins, 1 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs. What's your fielding looking like, Javier? Not great. Lewis is about the same fielder, really, so I'm not losing terribly much. Cortez did get a hit already. You know what? I'll just leave him there for now. Go ahead, Javier. You got a hit. You can stay in. All right, Alan Sims on the year, 1-0 with an 8.64 ERA and a 1.68 WHIP. 5 appearances for the rookie, 9 runs given up, 8 of them earned. In 8 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks, 2 homers, and batting average against 281. Trying to keep it a 5-run game as he faces the bottom of the Crocs lineup. Lumpkins, Chukov, and then the pitcher slot. We'll see if Noel hits. Heater down and then low, ball 1. Curveball hit through the legs of Sims on the next pitch, and Lumpkins will be on with a leadoff single. His 2nd hit of the day. He's 2 for 4. Next up is going to be Chukov, 1 for 3 with a solo homer today. First pitch curveball down and in. Inside, 1-0. Heater up and away. Skied off the end of the bat to left field. Crowds doesn't even have to move as it's right at him. He'll put it away for the first out. Here's Noel, 1 for 3 with a single today, and she will bat here. Probably a bunt coming. In the middle of the plate, bunt is popped up. Sportsman dives, foul. 0-1. Bunt shown again, pulled back, taken first strike, 0-2. Heater up and away. Bunt is pushed foul by Noel, and that's going to be a strikeout for Sims. 2 down, and that'll bring up Glute. 3-run homer earlier in the game. He's 1 for 4. Slider down and in on the first pitch, inside, 1-0. Heater down and away. That's a strike called, 1-1. Curveball down and in. Line hard to right field on the hanger, but it's right at Statsman, and that ends the inning. Good pitching from Sims to get around the leadoff single. Bottom 8, it's 9-4. Statsman, crowds, and sacks coming up. Hello? That guy's had a phone call. I keep forgetting there's a mute button on here. Maybe I'll try that next time. Alright, first pitch to Statsman here, leading off the 8th, is called strike from Noel, as she's about to hit pitch 90 here. This one, the 90th pitch is low, 1-1. Chased it low on the heater, 1-2-1, or 1-2. Slider down, lined up the middle, right at Candela, 1 down. Next up, crowds over 3 with an RBI ground out earlier in the game. Slider outside, strike called, 0-1. Down and away on the heater, misses, 1-1. Slider at the knees, ripped hard past the diving shortstop, base hit. Crowd's first hit of the game, he's 1 for 4, and that'll bring up Sachs, who's 1 for 3 with a single. Still tense. And that is going to do it for Winnie Noel as they're going to the closer. It's Ricky McFarland. They do have a 5-run lead, but they're taking no chances, bringing in the lefty specialist. 3.52 ERA, 157 whip, 6 strikeouts on the year for Ricky. Heater down and in, that's a strike called, 0-1. Slider away, hard grounder and hold a short. Diving is Norm, he'll make the play. He has to go to second. He had no play on getting sacks at first, and the throw is late, so it's an infield single. Everybody's safe. 2 on, 1 down for Sportsman. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Slider up and away in the first pitch, grounded right at Candela. He'll flip it to Phenomeno behind his back, and that throw to first is in time to end the inning. So the double play ruins our rally. To the 9th, it's 9-4. Candela driving, Phenomeno do up against Sims. Here's Candela, 3 for 4, double and 2 singles on the day. Heater down and in on the first pitch, hard grounder to second. Action to his left cuts it off, 1 down. Next up is drive, 2-run homer and a single today. First pitch curveball up and in, strike called, 0-1. Slider down and away. Fouled off by a drive, 0-2. Heater up and away. Popped up foul on the right side. Statsman running over. There's some room over there, and it will stay in play for him. 2 down. There's Phenomeno, 2 for 4, 2 singles, 1 run driven in. Curveball down at the way. Blasted deep to center field. That's a towering shot to dead center, and the Phenom goes yard off the batter's eyes. That one will also go sleep with the fishes. 3rd homer of the day for the Crocs offense. Norm's first of the entire season, and it is 10-4 as the Phenom finally drives in a run on a homer. There's Weeby, 1 for the single. So you mean to tell me, coming into this game, Norm Phenomeno, the two-way player, had 1 RBI the entire season and no home runs. And today he's added his first homer and drove in 2 total runs. Wow. Talk about an unproductive season. But the team is rallying around him. As you see, the Crocs are still in first place. That first pitch heater missed outside to Weeby. Curveball down and then hitting the hole to first. Cortez gave it a good diving effort, but he was never going to make that catch. That is a single for Weeby. Inning continues with 2 down here for Fruitwell. Gordon 1 for 3 with a single today. Slider down and in. Check strike, 0-1. Heater up and away. That's a strike, 0-2. Curveball away. Fouled off, out of play, 0-2. Heater up and in. Doors blew it by him for second punch out for Sims. But a home run for Norm makes it 10-4. Bottom 9. We need a miracle. Cortez, Action, and Sims coming up. Here's Cortez, 1 for 1 with a double today. Facing Ricky, unfortunately, this is a not a great matchup for him. With the specialist trait, of course, at Tier 2, but his hitting ratings are still better than our alternative options. And I'm going to save Rhodes because the pitcher's due up 3rd this inning. So Rhodes is pinch hitting for Sims. And the other option would be King. Cortez's ratings are still better than Alberto's, so we'll stick with Javier despite the specialist disadvantage. First pitch heater, outside strike called, 0-1. Peter put in, popped him up. McFarland off the mound to his left, in front of second, puts it away, 1 down. Action up next, these 2 for 4 with 2 singles today. Heater down in the first chase, dribbled to second. Candela to first, 2 down. Sims due up, pinch hitting for him is going to be Lewis Rhodes, the rookie first baseman. Batting .385 with an RBI on the year. Slider in there at the knees on the first one, 0-1. Off the plate, chased it anyway, 0-2. Heater up away, lined at the middle, diving is Candela to smother it. He'll throw to first in time to end the game. Crocs blew us out, 10-4 the final, as we fall to 7-6 on the year. Crocodons improved to 8-4. They are now in control of their own destiny here with 4 games left to play. And us, well, it's looking like we're going to miss the playoffs again because we can't seem to win when it matters. Rockman was horrible. He had went 3 innings, gave up 9 runs. Then Jacob Marshmallow came in, and he was phenomenal. 4 scoreless innings. And then Alan Sims gave up a home run in the 9th when it didn't matter. But yeah, we had multiple opportunities to get back in this game. We choked away a rally in the 6th inning, the 8th inning. And, you know, it could have been a lot closer than what it was. But clearly we were outmatched today. Home run for Glute, 3-run bomb. Drive, a 2-run bomb. Phenomenal, a solo homer and an RBI single. And Chukov, a solo homer. So they actually had 4 home runs today. Wow. Lumpkins had 2 RBIs on a double. For us, RBIs for Liner, he had a big 2-run homer. He also had a RBI single, I believe, or RBI double. And then Crowds had an RBI ground out. Noelle, 7 1/3 innings, 10 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 strikeout, 1 homer. She gets the win, improving to 2-1. Ricky McFarland, inning and 2/3 scoreless, only giving up a hit in relief. Rockman, 3 innings, got blown out, 13 hits, 9 earned runs, 3 homers. He falls to 0-2. Marshmallow, 4 scoreless innings out of the bullpen as he did not give up a base runner, 2 strikeouts. And Alan Sims, 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run on a homer, and 2 strikeouts as his struggles continue this year. Player of the game, Hack Liner, with 3 RBIs driven in, followed by Phenomenal, who had his best offensive outing of the season, and then Leanne Drive, who also homered. Yeah, this is not looking promising, guys. Why am I concerned that we're going to miss the playoffs again? Probably because it's justified. Well, there's only 2 episodes left in the season now because next game is the final matchup against the Buzzards, I believe, and then after that it's a doubleheader against the Jacks. Joe Trunk, easy. Went 0 for 4 today. Can't be doing that, Joe. Crowds or Rockman? Crowds. He at least drove in a run today. Sportsman or Cortez? Javier, you did good off the bench today, but Sportsman's part of the future, so it's going to be Sportsman. All right, looking around the league, couple of roster moves to report. Bubbles Garcia goes to the Blowfish. Former Heaters outfielder will replace Rod Forth. Geronimo James is released by the Sawteeth as they're going to bring in utility outfielder Maggie Rags. Keisha Mushara goes to the Sawteeth as they cut the closer, Kay Frequin. Bella Mietball will go to the Sawteeth as well as they are cutting former Crocs starter Jerry Capps. And Babe Hall is going to the Grass Eaters, replacing Tusker Fuss. Oh yeah, so now the starting pitching options show up after I needed them. Bastards. Alright, anyway. Right, so what am I buying? I mean, Rory is definitely not a part of this future. Clutch on Raffy Slaps. I mean, he's a bench player. I'm not going to upgrade him either. Pick Officer on Sims. It's a Tier 1 trait. It's not really worth it. Rockman, he doesn't deserve it. And Bergenberg, he's the only one on this list that I'm actually going to buy because bench player who is not part of the future. Left fielder who's only here because there were no other options. Bench guy, he's not here for the future. Reliever with a Tier 1 trait, not worth it. He was just signed for this start and he blew it. And Werner's the only one. He's the only one we're buying. 3 junk here to 51, down 2 velo to 54, rolling for a bonus 4 junk. We don't get it, but Bergeberg's loyalty will be at 94 now. Good job, Werner. All right. Nice. Take a quick scroll down here, see if there's anything interesting I would consider adding here. I'm not feeling most of those guys that were just released. Not a lot of them pique my interest, if you know what I mean. Moving to pitching. Let's see here. We got Tusker Fuss, who was just cut with Meltdown. No thanks. Jerry Caps, honestly, not a bad option to replace Rockman there if we do make the playoffs, so I will definitely be starring him. And then I think that's it, really. Yeah, because I'm not going to go for a closer, even if it is K Frequent. She's not worth it, in my opinion. She's vastly overrated. Yeah, no, none of these other relievers pique my interest, so we're good. Literally, that's just going to be Jerry Caps that we're looking at. All right, let's sim up to the next game here and see what our options are moving forward. Moose beat the Grass Eaters 2-0. Blowfish blow out the Salties 6-0. B-Wills hold off the Heaters 6-3 win there. Moonstars win 5-0. Jacks losing 10 to the Buzzards, so the Jacks are now at 6-6. Buzzards at 6-7. It's anybody's race here in the division. I missed that one. Platypi blow out the Blee-Wolves 10-4. Then the B-Wolves win the second game 4-1. Grapplers beat the Heaters 2-1. Freebooters lose to the Pigs 6-9. Then they lose 9-4 as well, so they get swept in that doubleheader. And then they lose to the Moose in 12 innings 2-1. So the Moose and Hot Corners are tied for the division lead here. 9-6 and 8-5 as they're right on top of each other there in the division race. Sirloins right now are holding a 2-game lead over the Moonstars with 3 games left to play. They need one more victory to lock it up, so to speak. 9-6. That's 15, I believe. Yep. So Moonstars only have 1 game left. They need to win and hope the Sirloins lose out. Sawteeth are eliminated. Grass Eaters are eliminated. The Blowfish, they're eliminated as well. Freebooters are basically eliminated as well. They're not going to make it with a negative run differential. Sandcats are borderline in. They need to win out. Wild Pigs, they need to win out. Moose, they just need 1 win and they're in. On our side, these 2 divisions are still up for grabs at this point. The only team that's mathematically eliminated are the Heaters at 3-10. They've just been beaten up by us this season, by everybody, basically. Everyone else is mathematically still has a shot. So this race is still wide open, but that negative 17 run differential is ugly. It is the worst of all the teams still in competition for a playoff spot. So if we're going to make it, we need to win out, and we need to win out big. All right, next up is the final game that is not a doubleheader this season. On the mound for the Buzzards is rookie Stamp Jones, right-hander, no record of .415 ERA and a 138 whip with Tier 2 pickoffs or Tier 2 stimulated. And on the mound for us is the injured Nick Dieguez, who tore his UCL last time out, so he's pitching hurt. Tier 2 composed, Tier 2 clutch, 0-1 with a 3 ERA and a 140 whip. We need a big start from our injured lefty, and now with the de facto ace of this pitching staff. Let's see if he can step up big in a game that when it matters the most for our team. Lineup's not looking great, considering both 2 of our starting outfielders are 10s, but it's the best we got. Elroy Action once again leading off. Joe Trunk is again slated to start at first base. I might move him to left field. Nah, Rory's actually the only outfielder who's not 10s, so how do I want to play this? Do I want to put Rhodes in over Trunk? I might. But it is the Buzzards, so I think Joe has to play just because it's a revenge game. Liner, Star, Statsman, Tense, Crowd, Sportsman, and Yoink is Tense. Okay. This is the best we got, so we're just going to have to deal with it. Do I want to make a roster move real quick just to replace Rockman? Because he's disciplined. It doesn't matter who we replace him with. We can bring in anybody we want in the starting rotation. Go get like a cheap guy out here to free us up some more money just to build up the surplus a little bit more. Plus, it'll open up a development slot as well because Rockman has one of the player development options right now. We could resign Deshaun Levon and still save money. That's funny. He's actually not that bad of a bat, honestly. I'm looking at pinch hitter options here. Garth Givener's a solid pinch hitter. Halfberger, nah, he can't hit. Rhymes actually is not that bad of a hitter. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, and also because it'll piss off one boy, let's do Lana Rhymes here. We're going to sign her to replace Rockman. So what am I getting? It's discipline for discipline, isn't it? Yep. See, it doesn't matter. Nice. She has surrounded, but she's never going to pitch. She's just here as a pinch hit option. Nice. All right, Lana, come on. Actually, you know what? We can bring Huck and Duck back. Where's Huck? Huck, you still down here? Oh, you're well overpaid. Yeah, no thanks. Nope. We're not doing that. Not today. All right, so 50 and 5, 35 and 38, 54 and 24. Levon is technically the best hitter option still. He's just a little overpaid. He will give us an extra scholarly player though to cut. So yeah, let's do. We're going to bring Levon back, even though he's going to be overpaid slightly. We're still going to free up almost $2 million, so fine with me. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. That's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Another tough loss for the Dogs today as we end up getting blown out 10-4 against the Crocodons, who now have sole possession of first place in the division. They now have a full game lead on the Nemesis and a game and a half lead on us as they have 4 games left to play, and they are sitting in the driver's seat, controlling their own destiny here to get into the playoffs. Joffrey Rockman was horrible in his start that we signed him for. He went 3 innings, giving up 9 runs. He has now been cut once again as Deshaun Levon is back on the roster as a pinch hit option off the bench. We just didn't. We had great 4 innings scoreless from Jacob Marshmallow, who was re-signed as well this episode. So he is back, and he'll be staying in the bullpen for the rest of the year based on that performance. Next time out, we take on the Buzzards. We need to win that game in order to get to 8 wins on the year and also keep us in the hunt for the division title. Hopefully we can get it done next time out. If you made it this deep, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate the support as always. If you haven't already, hit the follow and or subscribe buttons down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already over on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch down in the description below if you guys want to come over here and watch these games live before they're posted. And also give me some support on this platform as well. That's @PracNasty over here as well. Catch you on the next one. Until then, this is the Nasty One. Signing off. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys may be.